Okay, this is isosceles trapezoid, Sienna.
It has one pair of parallel sides.
One pair of parallel sides, okay.
Okay, their angles add up to 360 degrees.
Good job. Their angles do add up to 360 because it's four sides. What, David?
Oh, 62.
Okay, so today we're going to go over the theorems that we quickly went over yesterday. Can someone read this list? The vocabulary out loud? Go ahead, Fiona.
Trapezoid, bases of a trapezoid, base angles of a trapezoid, legs of a trapezoid, isosceles trapezoid, mid-segment of a trapezoid, height.
Okay. So on your reference sheet, I already printed it out for you guys, the list of vocabulary. We're just going to quickly read through them since we went over them yesterday anyways. So I just want one person from each group reading one definition. So we'll start with this group. Lucas, you can start.
Trapezoid. Quadrilateral with exactly one pair of parallel sides.
So that's what Tiana has said, right? You have said that? Okay, a trapezoid has one pair of parallel sides. Just one pair. Okay, that's for the next.
Bases of a trapezoid, the parallel sides of a trapezoid.
Okay, so the base of a trapezoid, which you guys have right here, alright, are the parallel sides. So with our first trapezoid, let's just write you know the symbol for the parallel lines? Alright, yes, you should know it by now, right? Okay, so let's draw that and let's label the top and the bottom base 1 and base 2. Okay, gracious group. Read the next one, please.
Base angles of a trapezoid. For each of these bases of a trapezoid, there is a pair of base angles, which are two angles that have that base as a side.
Okay, so she said that for each of the bases, there's a pair of base angles. What does that mean? Someone has said it before. I think it was Lucas. The base angles,
They're good.
they're congruent. Alrighty, Jordan's group. Legs of the trapezoid.
The non-parallel sides of a trapezoid.
Okay, so the parts that are not parallel, those are our legs. And we went over this yesterday. But if you want, you can write it on your reference sheet. Okay, next. Isosceles trapezoid. If the legs of the trapezoid are congruent, then the trapezoid is an isosceles trapezoid. So only when these legs right here are congruent, it is an isosceles trapezoid. If they're not congruent, it is just a trapezoid. It is not an isosceles trapezoid. Okay? Does anyone know why we call it an isosceles trapezoid? Or can you kind of think about it? What happens if I were to extend this line right here,
It makes an isosceles.
and then this line right here, what would happen? And then what if I was to extend it until they meet, and then it turns almost into
It
what?
turns into an isosceles triangle.
Triangle. So what kind of triangle has these two angles congruent? An isosceles triangle. So that's why we call it an isosceles trapezoid. Okay, there's two more. Lucas group. The mid-segment.
Someone should read it.
Mid-segment of a trapezoid, the segment that connects the midpoint of its legs.
Okay, so where are the legs? This side, right? This side, so the mid-segment connects it. So you can, oh, don't draw that yet. We're going to draw that later. And the last one, Diogo's group.
Height, a quadrilateral that has two pairs of consecutive congruent sides but opposite sides are not congruent.
Okay, we're not going to go over that just yet. All right, so we went through all of these. We're just going to read the theorems out loud and fill out our charts, and then we can continue on to the worksheet, and then we'll be done. Okay? All right. So theorem 8.14. If a trapezoid is isosceles, then each pair of base angles is congruent. That's our first theorem. So in your first drawing, just write, I just want this on it. That way when you guys do your work problems, you'll be able to recognize it. Okay, so on the first one, we're gonna do this. We're gonna write that the legs are congruent, right? Because that's what it needs to be an isosceles. And what does it say? The pair of base angles are congruent. So you can write this on your reference sheet. This for the first pair. Jordan's group, read the next one, 8.15.
If the trapezoid has a pair of congruent base angles, then it is an isosceles triangle.
So is it the same, is it almost the same thing?
Yeah.
Right? So this time it's saying first that if you see that the angles are congruent, then it is an isosceles. The first one says if it is an isosceles, then the base angles are congruent. This one says just the same but opposite. If the base angles are congruent, then it is an isosceles. Okay, next. 8.16. David?
A trapezoid is isosceles if and only if its diagonals are congruent.
So the diagonals have to be congruent. So if this diagonal right here, if diagonal AC is 10, what is diagonal BD? If this thing right here is 10, then this one is 10 as well, right? Okay, that was simple. Okay, and then the next one. It's the last one. Before, we're not going to do kites yet.
Read it.
I guess so. Alright, the last one. Go ahead with this.
Theorem 8.17. The midsegment of a trapezoid is parallel to each base in its length. It is 1/2 the sum of the angles of the base.
Alrighty, so the midsegment is just parallel. This is how you would see it in a drawing, okay? The midsegment is parallel, and the length, do you remember this, guys, from yesterday? Half the what?
Plus
It's 1 and plus base 2.
Plus base 2. So if this base was, let's say 6, and this one was 12,
You add
what would be our
it.
midsegment?
You
Yes,
add
Brenda?
both of them and then you divide it by 2.
Good job. So 6 plus 12? 18 divided by 2?
9.
Okay, so then this would be 9. That's not bad, right? Alright, so I'm just going to briefly go over kites, and then, but we're not going to worry about that today. We're going to keep going tomorrow with that, okay? So I just want to really focus on the trapezoid. So let's just read the 2 more theorems out loud, and then we'll move on. Okay? So theorem 8.18, if a quadrilateral is a kite, then its diagonals are perpendicular. And I already drew that for you guys right here. So the diagonals are perpendicular. What does that mean? The diagonals are what? Not, well, yeah, what does perpendicular mean though? When they intersect, they intersect and they make what kind of angle? A right angle, okay? So in a kite, the diagonals are, they create a perpendicular. They're perpendicular, sorry. All right, and the last one, from 8.19. Tiana, read that, please.
Okay. If a quadrilateral is a kite, then exactly one pair of opposite angles is congruent.
Okay, so in that drawing, I didn't put it in for you guys. The kite, it's gonna have one pair of congruent angles, so we can just say of opposite angles, right? So we'll say these two are congruent. Just one pair, that doesn't mean that this angle is congruent to this one. Just one pair. All right, that was fast. Okay, so I accidentally stapled your worksheets together, but it's one per person only, okay? All right, so we're just gonna work through some of these problems based on what we did today. It's not shouldn't be that hard. You have the theorem of the reference sheet. There's two in there. And yeah, all right, so just work in your groups, assign each other which ones you want to do, and then we're just going to work it out on the board. The same thing as always. Actually, guys, someone from your group just got calculators in front of you. But one sheet I didn't
Yes, even though they're sitting together. We got you.
Yeah. But this one is back.
You are another.
27.
That's not. I'm kidding. We're working together. I'm trying to draw something.
Well, we want this.
Thank you.
You wanna get rid of it? Like, I wanna get rid of this book.
That's my answer.
How are we doing over here? Alright, I only have this. I need that back. Alright, what happened? It's up to you guys how you want to fix it. All of it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so what is it? 11 plus this divided by 2 equals that.
So basically, I did one of these.
Do I go? Oh, no. I'm gonna have like, you guys all have to do the same worksheet, and then I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3. So that's when you get it all done, and then I have to.
Because here you have two IDs.
And divide by 2.
No,
Yeah.
that doesn't count.
You guys finished?
You What's her name? No, don't get. Something that she doesn't do. Yeah.
But you guys have to be able to explain it.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Wait, we got more?
Yeah, but.
There's 17 divided by 4. So 14.
You know what I mean? So like everybody will
Negative x. Whatever is in the whole thing. No. Write out the equation, the whole equation. No, you don't want to. I know it's not. I just realized not all of them, but this one doesn't have that way. But it doesn't matter, you have to stay on the board.
Yeah, fine. I'm doing this around.
Yeah, I just realized.
Oh.
But guys, you still have to go up there and stay.
I do know.
Say what?
Alright.
No.
Guys, when you're ready, you can put answers on the board. I'm not gonna assign the groups any problems. When you're ready, you can put your solution on the board. Show the work. That means if you had to solve an equation, solve the equation. Okay, Tenzin? Divided by 2.
Plus 19.
She said she's,
What's calculated?
What's that?
Yeah, 1/2 the base plus the base equals the midpoint.
Here.
Okay, all right, let's go.
Get out, how are you gonna get out of this?
Guys, write your name on the participation list when you
Can
actually
I
go out
go
there.
number
Okay.
9?
Yes.
Which,
You gonna put one on the board? Any of them? Okay, use it over Guys, you have to show the word from number 7 onward. So for number 7 to 18, you have to show the word because I need to see that you set up the equations correctly. Okay? You don't have to do the drawing because I know that the equations are going to take a lot of space on the board. So we're only going to write up to number, to number 1. What number is that, Lucas? 12. Right. What? 18.
So, so you set it out, what's the equation, the basis, divided by 2 is equal to.
That's what's it called? And that's nice. Add.
Because you didn't change the negative x. Instead of doing minus 14, actually that is plus x on this side and minus 14.
Always run out of
So you add like this, right?